Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to you to my YouTube channel Living with Spice. I'm Rebecca Gabrielle. I'm going to be doing a weekly card reading for Cancer, and this is for the week of the 13th through to the 19th of July. You probably already know that I also do monthly readings and love readings for each zodiac sign, and you can find those in the playlist on my channel, so don't forget to check those out. Now, the readings are general, they're not going to resonate with everybody, so if you would like to have a personal reading that's particular to your circumstances, my details are in the description box below and you can contact me to request a reading. So let's get into it, Cancer. Let's see what is in store for you. Spirit is always ready and waiting to help us to understand the events that are unfolding before us, the energy surrounding it, and to help us to know how to best respond. So let's see what is happening for you this week, 13th through to the 19th of July. Okay, Cancer, we're going to have a look at what is coming up for you in the week of the 13th through the 19th of July. We thank you, Spirit, for your guidance for Cancer at this time. What energies are surrounding Cancer? What's coming up and what is the theme? So, Cancer, there's a few things there's an energy here that feels a little bit disruptive. Let's just see what's coming. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. So this is your energy where you are feeling quite grounded within yourself and really focused probably on a lot of your physical surrounds at the moment, your finances, your pentacles, and you know, looking to see how you can stabilize your situation at the moment. Perhaps you're not feeling very stable in some areas of your life and you're recognizing there's a few changes going on and you're wanting to ensure that you have financial stability, job security. There's a few things in your life that seems to be causing you to focus on this at this point in time. I feel that you're recognizing that there are changes and you may need to put some things in place to ensure your security. But you're wise, you're intelligent, and you know how to go about doing this. And you're particularly interested in saving for a rainy day and planning for the future. I feel like this is what's on your mind at the moment. And yes, so it's not even just now, it's you looking at how things are going to be progressing in the future and wanting to make sure that you've got things in place so that you can grow and improve your current situation. Now, there's a lot of conversation going on around you at the moment, which I feel that there's a lot of opinions and gossip, almost like gossip, and I'm sensing that this is not necessarily favourable. It's certainly not conversation that you're interested in being a part of. So we have the Three of Cups energy here. So there seems to be a lot of conversation happening at the moment and discussion perhaps around matters that might have something to do with you or someone in your life. This is followed by the King of Swords, and I'm sensing that either you or someone that you know is going through a lot of deep thought and reflection and strategizing as to what to do about this situation. I feel that this energy potentially may not be you, but it's about you. So we have you as the Queen of Pentacles, and then we have the King of Swords. And you know that you want to create stability in your life for the future. And I feel that somehow this King of Swords is thinking about how he can plan and make plans around perhaps his involvement with you. We'll see how that plays out. But there's certainly someone or something or an energy that is caught between the two of you. So if this is in terms of a relationship, I'm feeling that there is someone deliberately getting in the way and causing conflict, unnecessary blockages to the two of you coming together. Perhaps negative discussion, and it's quite deliberate. You are sort of somewhat aware of this, but you're trying to problem solve how you can resolve this situation and you are patiently waiting. You are wanting to think about the future and how your future is going to unfold. And you're looking at it in a positive way, but there is this element of what next. The King of Swords is looking a little bit more troubled though, so he looks like he is definitely in a headspace of what am I going to do about this. As a result, Cancer, there is this energy of feeling stuck, feeling trapped, trapped in your thoughts, and perhaps this is you or this other person. You know, how are we going to get out of this? How am I going to get out of this? And you're not seeing the way forward just yet. You're blindfolded here and you are perceiving yourself to be trapped. So, you know, it would seem to me that you are bound up somewhat by circumstances, but not entirely trapped, because you certainly can move in between these swords and take a different route, which is probably something that you haven't thought about. But it requires perhaps a different perspective on the situation. And I do feel that in some ways your external circumstances are causing you to feel that you are trapped. All right, Spirit, what else do we have for Cancer, please? What is coming up for Cancer around this situation? I do feel this other person here, who's the King of Swords, is quite intent on wanting to solve the problem. You know, and if that's the case, then he's not satisfied with the conversation or what's happening here. Oh, that's beautiful. So we have the card called the Lady, which is the same as the Empress. And she's sitting underneath the Queen of Pentacles. This is your energy here. This is about having a birth or a rebirth of a phase in your life. It could be love in your life. You are definitely in a space of wanting to nurture yourself, nourish yourself, look to the future in terms of, you know, present moment and the future in terms of how things are going to grow and improve. Yeah, it's a very loving energy. You're loving towards yourself as well as others. And you're wanting to dip your toe in the water. It would seem to me that you are wanting, you know, if it's to do with a relationship, you are wanting this relationship. You're wanting to go there. And you see yourself as quite abundant. You see yourself as also living abundantly, which means joy and happiness, having a life that is fruitful. Yeah, there's a lot of caring, compassionate energy there. Then we have the Ten of Pentacles, which, you know, leads to this beautiful sense of fulfillment and abundance that you're dreaming of. You know, we can see here you pregnant with this idea and this imagery of what it is that you're wanting, and you're ready to give birth to this beautiful new phase in your life. And it follows by the Ten of Pentacles, which lets us know it does happen. You know, that this is all leading towards that possibility. You know, family life, having everything that it is that you want in your life, and feeling loved and nurtured and, you know, for a long time. For a long time. You know, there has been a great deal of difficulties regarding matters of the heart, and this Three of Swords is coming out underneath the King of Swords. But in this deck, what has been really difficult and caused a lot of pain in the heart, you'll notice that in this deck the swords are now pointing up out of the heart, not into the heart. So this is letting me believe that there is healing and there's a resolution coming to these difficult times that you have been experiencing, Cancer, you know, in terms of matters of the heart and things that have felt very challenging and painful for you. It feels to me like this is going to be improving very soon, that this situation is going to be improving. Cancer, we have the Prince of Swords. The Prince of Swords is this energy of someone rushing towards you with a message. And it's coming, it's sitting underneath the Eight of Swords, which lets me know that right when you are feeling most trapped, that there's no hope. You are really feeling like there's no hope here, that everywhere you turn, things are just too challenging. Then we have the Prince of Swords coming in, rushing in, with quite an assertive energy here. Determination, let's say it's determination here. to, and the sword represents communication, to deliver a message to you. Okay, now it is a Prince of Swords, it's not a King of Swords, but we have the King of Swords up here. So let's just say that this is maybe quite an impulsive act, but nevertheless the intention is there and the determination to get to you and to deliver this message is really important. So is it to do with this person who has obviously an interest in you? And I'm feeling like there is a potential relationship here. This person, the King of Swords, is trying to reach the Queen of Pentacles, and eventually, you know, the realization is that this Prince of Swords is wanting to rush in with a message. I am seeing hope here. So wherever you have felt a lack of hope, Cancer, I am seeing hope for the future, in that things are definitely improving, that your life is going to be improving. There's going to be new things coming into your life. You're birthing new situations, whether it be children, literally children, or whether it be a relationship, or whether it's a new cycle in your life of something else that you are really longing for, an improvement in your circumstances. So whatever the pain of the challenges have been, I do feel that that's going to be resolving soon. So we do know that there is obviously a lot of competing goals, conflict with others, and I'm feeling that definitely with this Three of Cups energy and the Five of Fire. There's a lot of discussion going on, and people with different opinions, and you know, this could be, you might have competing goals in that you're trying to juggle things. However, it's indicating, the card is indicating it's more to do with a conflict with other people. So yeah, interesting. Let's just see how this develops for you, Cancer. Thank you, Spirit. Your guidance for Cancer. What do we need to know around conflict with others? It feels to me like there's going to be a period of time where you're going to be engaging in conversation with other people who do have difference of opinions. But the Unity card lets us know that all things are possible. You know, when we come from a space of being inclusive and collaborative, and we're willing to hear other people's points of view, we're able to adjust our perception of things and our approach when we come across people with different backgrounds, different religious viewpoints, different perspectives, different ways of having been brought up, for instance. Spirit is saying that there's an opportunity here for you to step back and be more mindful of the bigger picture here. In order to create unity, sometimes we need a little bit of help from others, from mentors or other like-minded people, to help us see things through a different lens. But the goal here is definitely to have agreement rather than conflict. So perhaps, you know, you're being challenged to be able to work through this, or at least not to respond to those difficulties. And if you are involved in some conflict and conversations around that, which I kind of feel that you are, that it somehow is bringing you into it, even if you haven't instigated it. That, you know, Spirit is saying, do your best to create a win-win situation and to see things from all sides, all perspectives, and therefore a resolution is possible. It is a challenging time for you, you know, and there are matters that come up, that difficulties that need to be discussed, you know, and sometimes the hard conversations that we need to have in life are a little bit painful. But again, try to step back away from it so that it's less personal and you're able to come at it from a more compassionate point of view, and to heal, to forgive others. And, you know, when we're developing this, you know, approach and mindset of considering other people's viewpoints, it does soften our hearts so that we're able to be in a place to forgive and accept that other people think and feel and experience life differently. You know, we can all go through similar experiences, but we can have very different interpretations on it. And sometimes that's where, you know, conflicting communication happens. You know, people give different meanings to events. So we just need to remember that, and it's all part of that healing process and being able to create a win-win or balance or harmony. We have 9 of air, so it's causing you a few sleepless nights. There is a lot of tension at the moment with regards to communication, and, you know, you're kind of getting yourself into a space where you're expecting the worst. You've got to be careful of that, because when you let your mind overtake and you run with all of these negative thoughts, it can cause you to actually manifest that situation. You know, you start to assume things, and then based on those assumptions you take actions, and then you've just created a scenario perhaps that wasn't really there. So be mindful of where your thoughts go, and if you don't have all the information, don't make it up, Cancer. Just, you know, we're human beings, and I know that that's a tendency, but Spirit is saying just be careful. You're feeling a little stuck around your circumstances at the moment, and it's difficult for you to make a decision. You're not sure what to do, and it's a good idea not to pretend. At some point, sooner or later, you've got to have open communication, and if it's between the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Swords, you've got to somehow get past this and get past your own troubling thoughts and have that communication so that you're not feeling stuck. You want communication to flow here. So, you know, we can cause our own stuckness when we're unwilling to act, if we're unwilling to communicate, we can cause our own stuckness. So just be mindful of that, Cancer. Yeah, so Spirit is saying, you know what? I think it's time for you to really sort of take a more compassionate view of yourself and others. We've got the King of Water here, and the guidance around this is to open your heart and your mind to those around you. There is trustworthy and heartfelt advice here, and, you know, the person that is in your focus is actually more compassionate than you, perhaps than you appreciate. It's also a reminder for you to come from a bigger-hearted place, you know, to relax your energy and to be a little bit more accommodating, to see the bigger picture of things, and know that sometimes everything is not exactly as we think it is, all is not as it seems, and that we just sometimes need to sort of relax, not knowing that we don't have all the answers. And you know, at times when we don't have the answers, we have a tendency to want to force the answers or make up the answers. But in this case, the King of Cups is saying, you know what, just stay open. Keep your heart and your mind open and just wait to see what unfolds. Thank you, Spirit, for your guidance for Cancer. What else do we have with regards to the situation for Cancer? So we have the Justice card here. So the Justice card is saying it's time to review the situation and trust that fair and objective decisions are going to be made, that what is due to be coming towards you, if you have felt it any way that you've been given an injustice or done an injustice, Spirit is saying that that's going to be resolved, that things are going to work out in your favour very shortly. And, you know, in the end you're going to be winning, which just means that things are going to get sorted. So that's a lovely confirmation. So all the worry in the world is not going to actually manifest this justice, so you may as well relax. Yeah. So whatever it is that you're worried about, the unfairness of the situation, things that you can't control, you know what? Don't spend time worrying about it, because it's going to be resolved and justice will prevail, and in the end it will all work out in your favour. have the Queen of Spring card. So now is a really good time for you to believe in yourself. There are beautiful and wonderful people around you at the moment willing to help you. So now is a time just to keep your energy balanced. You know, get a nice balance between work and home. Make sure that you're happy, that you're staying focused on the things that you enjoy doing, and really just make sure that your own energy is in check. You know, that you are doing things to set yourself up for creating what you want to manifest going forward, a little bit like the Empress. It's time for you to believe in yourself and to stop worrying about other people, because, you know, that's what we do when we go into a space of worry. We start worrying about things that we can't control. But you certainly can stop to see value in yourself and to believe in yourself. Thank you, Spirit, for your guidance. This is interesting. So we've got a situation coming up. The Prince of Spring is a little bit like the Prince of Swords. It's an energy that's rushing towards you and requiring or demanding a response from you. So it can initially feel a little bit challenging, but it's certainly something that you can deal with. And to me, it feels in this card that this is about a passionate relationship. So someone is coming towards you with a message of passion. And I kind of get the feeling it could also be the same energy as this Prince of Swords that is rushing towards you. So, yeah, be mindful of that. Keep a lookout for that. That's happening. It says that it's a challenge that you can manage. So if something is requiring your immediate attention and response, staying in your energy of the Queen, being calmly assertive and calmly confident, and remembering that you believe in yourself, you are going to be able to overcome the situation. You'll be able to understand the situation. You'll see the bigger picture here, and there won't be any need to worry because it's all just going to fall into place. Thank you, Spirit. We're having a look at the Wisdom of Oracle. Yeah, there's a certain aspect of your life at the moment, in a certain area of your life that's not fulfilling you, that it really is time to go. So Spirit is saying, get yourself ready. It's time to go. There's something that's really not fulfilling, and you feel yourself every day moving and edging away from this situation, this energy. You may not know exactly how things are going to be turning out, but you certainly know that you're wanting to move on, and Spirit is encouraging you. It's time. It's time to move away from this area that's not fulfilling you, that's perhaps distracting you from your purpose and distracting you from the loving energy of the Empress. And what it is that you want to create and achieve in your life, which is the Queen of Pentacles. Excuse me. And certainly we want to move away from any areas where there is conflict. You know, the Three of Cups and the Five of Fire, you don't really want to be around that energy. You are poised and ready for something amazing to happen in your life. You are just getting ready, and the divine is saying to you, prepare. Prepare for something so beautiful coming into your life. Let's have a look, 48. You're going to just spread your wings and fly any moment. Yeah. It's bringing something to light. It's bringing something to the surface for you to action and to fulfill and to go after. It's representing your passion. It's representing you connecting with your purpose and feeling alive. And, you know, Spirit is saying that you've got the skills, you are ready, you are armed with wisdom and knowledge, and you have a real sense that something new is about to bloom in your life, which is beautiful. People tend to respond to you really well when you have confidence, and when you trust yourself, they trust you. In terms of relationships in your life, when you are confident and happy in your own skin and you're ready for sort of deeper and more intimate relationships where you feel that you've got nothing else to prove, it's interesting how you start to attract more of that energy. You are feeling very competent and able to handle most things. You know, love, friendships, harmonious connections, they're all coming into your life at the moment. You're ready to give and to receive from the heart. So you have every reason to feel confident, Cancer. Things are progressing really well for you. And now is definitely a time for you to get ready to step into your power and take action. You are getting ready to serve the world as well. So your soul is aligning with your truth at the moment. What an auspicious time for you, Cancer. Don't be too blasé about this. This is quite a significant time in your life, and it does require you to be aware and awake and to be ready. You know, that feeling of preparation and being clear about the positive aspects of what you have to share with the world. And you've got to step out of this air energy of worrying, because that's actually just going to sabotage your efforts. Okay, thank you, Spirit, for your guidance for Cancer. Yes, we've got exchanging gifts here, so it would seem that Spirit is wanting to highlight to you that now's a really good time to collaborate with people. In terms of what it is that you're moving towards and the help and support you may be needing, just remember, wherever it is that you give, you can also receive. People are ready and willing to help you. And, you know, this beautiful, it's a skill, to be honest, to be able to give and receive. But it's something perhaps you're not very accustomed to doing. You're very good at giving, Cancer. But, you know, it is also time for you to accept the gifts of support and skills, things that other people are good at. It's time for you to receive that. So if you know there's an area of your life that you're needing help, you don't have the skill set, go and seek that out. And maybe you can organise an exchange. What you're good at, you can swap for what they are good at. I'm going to finish up this reading in a moment because it's a weekly read and I don't want to take up too much time. We will look at the Spirit Messages cards here just to round off this very interesting week. I don't see anything in particular coming to fruition. It feels like more of a transition week for you, where you're noticing that things are shifting and changing. You are getting focused on this new life that you want to step into. I do see some disruptive energy around you, and I do see someone wanting to rush towards you. So keep an open mind when that happens. Remember to come from an inclusive and collaborative place rather than, you know, rigid and wanting to engage in conflict. How interesting. We've got the study card that's popped out here. Is there something that you need to learn and upskill on in order to transition into your new cycle? So if you are moving out of a job scenario into something else, relationship scenario, what is it that you need to learn? So Spirit has given us the study card here. So it says that from time to time it's important to go back and learn, whether there's learning old things in a new way or learning something totally new. So there is an opportunity for you to expand your mind. And that seems very prudent given that you're in this period of change. So we don't have the World card here, but that's quite possibly already come up for you in previous readings. So the main key message here is about you believing in yourself, recognising that it's time to move on. Someone is going to be approaching you, so it's important to keep an open mind and an open heart, and certainly stay away from energy that is not serving you. And please remember to let go of those worrying thoughts. This period of time that has been very troubling for you is leaving your life. This situation is going to be healed and resolved very, very soon. So you're not trapped. Things are moving. just remember this is the focus that you'd like to have. You're focusing on what you're going to be birthing in your new life. And this Ten of Pentacles, in most decks, this is very, very, it's depicted with the pictures being lots of abundance and happy times and focus around family and everything that it is that you're wishing for. So let's remember that you are moving into better times, more fulfilling, emotionally fulfilling times. And certainly your life and your finances, they are going to be resolved. So it's a transition. You're not quite there, but you're on your way. So it's a really good, a very positive reading for you, Cancer. So hang in there. Don't forget to check out the monthly readings and the love readings. So go well, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye now.